Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I am going to be going over some 2023 tax changes so you can plan for the upcoming tax season. Now, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Nikki Burns and I help six-figure multifamily buy and hold investors save on average $50,000 in taxes and maximize their cash flow so they can add more doors to their portfolio. Now, before I get into all the details about these tax updates, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so we can help others see this valuable content and they can be informed on these updates. Now let's get started. Now, as we all know, the tax law is always changing. There's always something the IRS is either updating or removing from the tax code that will either benefit taxpayers with the tax savings or that will hinder our tax savings. However, we're not going to let that stop us, because we're going to keep up to date on these tax law changes so we can plan for those changes and still be able to maximize our tax savings. There are two big tax updates that you will notice when you file your 2023 tax return. The first change is the bonus depreciation. Now, you may be wondering, what is the bonus depreciation? Bonus depreciation is a tax incentive that allows business owners to deduct a larger portion of the purchase price of their eligible assets. This allowance was created in 2017's Tax Cuts and Jobs Act when Donald Trump was president. And back in 2022, taxpayers were allowed to write off 100% of the purchase price of their eligible assets on their tax return. Now, what does this mean for 2023 taxes? Well, the special bonus depreciation will continue to phase out. And for 2023's taxes, that depreciation allowance has dropped to 80%. Now, what does this mean for you when you file your 2023 taxes? Let's say that you purchase a business vehicle for $50,000 and you're able to write off 80%. That means that you are only able to write off $40,000 on your 2023 tax return. But the remainder $10,000 from that $50,000 will have to be written off over the remaining life of that asset. Now, there is an upside to the depreciation. Now, if you perform capital improvements, let's say on rental properties that you have, any capital improvements that you perform on your rental properties, you get to write that off over a 15-year period. Now, there are other loopholes that you can take advantage of to accelerate your depreciation and maximize your tax savings. Moving on to the second tax update, and that is meals. Now, during 2021 and 2022, we were still recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. And so a lot of businesses were shut down when COVID first hit. So in 2021 and 2022, the IRS allowed taxpayers to write off 100% of their business meals. To qualify for this deduction, the taxpayer must be present during the meal. There must be a legitimate business purpose for the business. And if there's any clients that are attending with you, you have to document all parties involved during that meeting. And to those that love to eat and have lots of meals and business meetings with your clients, for 2023, that tax deduction is going to drop back down to 50%. Now, what is that going to mean for you when you file your taxes? Let's say that you spent $5,000 on business meals for 2023 and you're only able to write off 50%. That means you're going to get a $2,500 tax deduction as opposed to getting a full $5,000 tax deduction had you written that all off in 2022. So you're losing $2,500 on your business meal deduction. For best accounting practices, you want to make sure that you are documenting all of your receipts and keeping up with all of those details of every meeting that you're having with clients where you are partaking in meals. So in case you're audited by the IRS, you have proof to support your deduction. And sometimes because the IRS gets so backed up, they can take so many years. They can take up to 4 or 5 years to audit you. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining those receipts. And if you want to learn more about tax planning strategies and more about these tax law updates, so you're making sure that you are maximizing your tax savings, then click that link below this video to book a call with me, and I will see you guys on the next video.